So today we're going to be looking at NARA on the key of F sharp, and what we're going to be doing today is just to create left hand nuances. I don't know if you know what left hand nuances are for beginners. Left hand nuances are kind of movements you do on your left hand, while playing the chord, like while making a kind of an embellishment or something. You have this left hand movement to take you to maybe your roots. So for instance, if you're on F sharp and you want to play do fa, you can do this. So you have. So what I did was, and why I did this is because I want to do a dominant 7. So instead of playing a root dominant 7, I just do it, you replace it with my left hand movement. So you have. So now let's try to see how we can put this into songs, and we'll be using NARA by GODFREY. So you have you done so much for me, I cannot tell you all, right? 1, so 1, then dominant 7, then 4, then 2, then 5, then 5 dominant 7, which is. So if you don't know what dominant 7 is, it's the formula for dominant 7 is 1, 3, 5, and flat 7. Flat 7, which is your do. So you have do, mi, so, do. So you have this. Even for those of us that used to play, you've done so much for me. They now play. No. It's 1, then dominant 7. 1. So you have the quarter chord where you have re as a melody. And mi, so, la. So you have, you've done so much for me, right? I cannot tell it all. Then you do it on over to 6, 2, 4, 1. So the progression, what I did here was 6, which is your la, over your 5. So you have E flat, B flat, F sharp on your left hand. On your right hand you have A flat, C sharp, and F. So you have then the next chord, B flat, which is your 2. You have A flat rather, and E flat on your left hand. On your right hand you have F sharp, B flat, B, and E flat. So you have. So you can either resolve to your 6, which is your so. You can resolve like so normally, or you can do the so over fa. So you have so over fa. So you have dun, dun, dun. Or this is where places like you can do those left hand nuances. You can now, instead of doing this, you can do. So you have a bass player to give you so. So this is it. I did so. Your right hand is playing F, B flat, and E flat. So you have. So you've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. You understand? So if you want to make it interesting, you can even expand it. Sorry. Don't forget the bass player is playing so you have. Or resolving your mi. So one thing with left hand nuances is it has this relation with rootless voicings, and rootless voicings. I'll do a class on that also, but let's just briefly look at what it is so that we can have an idea on how to create left hand nuances. When you have you know that this is do, which is your root, right? When it comes to rootless voicings, you interpret this do, but without this root on it. So that's why it's called rootless, like the word is rootless. So instead of you have do like this, with rootless voicings, you can have your do like this. A rootless voice, you can have your do like this. You understand? So that's without the root. So if we are creating this left hand nuances, one thing you should look at is you don't just pick a note. You just hear and then you pick a note from anywhere and start running. No. You should have a destination. You should have where you are heading to. If you want to head to your 4, you can have 1, and then like we said 1 dominant 7th, then 4, right? So 1. You can now pick something that will take you to maybe either your dominant 7, because you don't want it to sound. You cannot do or it wouldn't make sense. So you have to look for something that will be out of this root a little to make it sound professional. So I can do you done so much for me. What did I do? Dominant 7th. You understand? So I just done so much for me. I'm not telling you all. Okay, you done so much for me. Same thing, but you can see that in another shape. So you done so much to me. I'm not telling you all. Right? Another one again. So instead of I can do, so you can play this instead of just playing. You can play. What did I do? La fi la zi so do fa. So instead of la re so do fa, I just tritones, Yeah, so you have. So you can even do this. You can resolve to your 1. But if you don't want to resolve to your 1, you can still do tritone. So you can do. So let me break this down. First chord, E flat, B flat, and F sharp on your left hand. On your right hand, you have A flat, C sharp, F, and A flat. So you have. Then you move this chromatically down step, just a half step. You understand? So that's like left hand. You have D and A. You can stack E and F together. For those of us that have short hands, so you can stack the two of them together. On your right hand, you have G, you have C. You can also stack it together with your C and D and G. So you can do, or you can do, which is La. Yeah. So that to your 5 now. Your 5 now becomes a C sharp minor. So you have with your Tor. So you can this flat 7, which is Tor, you can represent it in so many ways. You can do it like this. You can do it like this. Right? You can do it like this. You understand? Different inversions. Yeah. So let's work with this. So you have next chord, C sharp, A flat, and E on your right hand, on your left hand, sorry. And then on your right hand you have B, E. Okay, you have B, E flat, E, and A flat. So you have, and so I think I did a lesson on slow, so you understand this from that lesson. You can slow down one note to another. So you have next chord, C, A flat, and E flat on your left hand, and on your right hand you have okay, I did then so you have this slow from, you have B flat here, then you have this slow from D, to E flat. So you have, and then your melody is on A flat. So you have this. So if okay. So I had to do this turnover of 6-2, 4-6-2. So and 4-6. I know I explained this chord the other time. So 6, then 2, then 5. So instead of playing this like, you can still put down this left hand ones, because I told you about the tritone, which is this. So this is representing this. So you can still bring it down to this and then have this dominant 7, or you can still leave it here and have this dominant 7. So instead of doing this chord, you can do so. You get. So you can even roll it over. So what shall I render to Jehovah? For He has done so very much for me. One thing with this song, it has this way of trying to do this 4-6-2-5 like always, almost all the time. So He has done so very much for me. Sorry. So let's pick another song. I think you can still play around this NARA with different left hand ones. So let's pick another song that we can do this. Okay, you deserve the glory, right? So from your you deserve the glory, from you have to do your T, right? Mi, La. So you deserve the glory. So what did I do? You deserve the glory. So let me break that down again. You deserve the glory. T, Mi, La. So you deserve the glory and the honor and witness the worship as a holy name. You can see that. So what I did here was, I talked about diminished 7th in my last class, and I just had to roll over because I'm on this chord, which I have this, so I rolled over. So you can even form scales with like movements with your diminished 7th chord. So if you haven't watched that video, you can check that out. I'll drop the link on the description. So let's go back to what we were saying. So you have the glory and the honor. I lift my hands in worship and I bless your holy name. You are great. You do miracles so great. There is no one else like you. There is no one else like you. You are great. So what I did was Fi, Ti, Mi, La. Then you can do. Oh, sorry. Why was I able to come up with this? Because I wanted to do this chord, right? So I did. Right? You can still do these movements. There is no one else like you. There is no one else like you. You are great. You do miracles so great. There is no one else like you. There is no one else. There is no one else like you. So, before the class ends, one thing I want us to understand about this left hand thing, it shouldn't. Okay, I think it's like the slow we're talking about. It shouldn't happen always. You should be very strategic about how you put these things. People like the SMG, the elect, the G keys, D plus, like you hear how they put this left hand movement, and then you be like, you never saw it coming. You understand? So it has to come in. It doesn't have to be like you are great, you miracle. As in it will be so noisy. You understand? So it has to come in. You can see that. There is no one. So thank you all for watching. I know this would be of great help to you as a beginner or an intermediate player, and also make sure to constantly practice this thing so that you can become part of your play. Thank you all. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so and turn on your notification bell to receive more updates and videos I'll be dropping. Thank you. God bless you.